Hi, I'm Derek from TK Gaming, my video game focused YouTube channel, and the Unpop Kernel Show, a movie based podcast where I join two other friends in weekly discussions about movies we watch. Let me tell you why Helldriver has a special place in my heart. So, Helldriver. Oh, it's also right there. One word, not to be confused with Drive Angry, the Nicolas Cage movie that's titled Helldriver, two words in French or the UK or something, and not the British 1950s film Helldrivers. No, this is Helldriver from 2010, directed by Yoshihiro Nishimura. He's the genius that directed some other films I enjoy, such as Tokyo Gore Police, Vampire Girl vs. Frankenstein Girl, Mutant Girl Squad, Meatball Machine Kodoku. He also has many producing roles and an abundance of special effects and makeup work under his belt. The leading lady and main character Kika is played by Yumiko Hara, who had a pretty short movie career of 5 movies between 2007 to 2013. I'm not particularly interested in her other movies, and this is a bit of a shame because she's very pretty and I loved her in Helldriver. Kika's mother, Rika, the main villain and zombie queen, is played by the very beautiful and talented Eiji Shina. She is known for her lead role in Audition as Asami. After that, she played a number of roles in movies I haven't seen but might like to, until Tokyo Gore Police when she won my heart. She was then in most of the Nishimura movies I mentioned, as well as the Ninja War of Toro Kage, which I don't physically own. So, I don't really like rewatching movies, but I've seen this 2-hour movie at least a dozen times. I've always been a fan of zombies, House of the Dead being one of my favorite game series, despite zombies getting a little worn out in recent history. There's too many predictable and overused cliches, and too few unique takes on how the zombies and outbreak works. In Helldriver, it's caused by an alien ash cloud that kills you and brings you back as a monster with a melon sprout-like horn, which is the weakness. There's also a number of special zombies that retain some personality and abilities. Getting bit does not infect you. Helldriver also does away with the tense survivor situations with the casual suspects for bonkers action and storytelling. More on that when we go over the film. Some may not like the combination of cool practical effects and cheesy after effects, but I feel this is more than made up for with its fun and creativity. Today, I want to skim over the plot of Helldriver and highlight some things and scenes I really like about it. But before that, here's a spoiler-free synopsis in case you don't want to go over the film with me, but watch it yourself first. Kika's abusive mother and uncle kill her father, but before they can get to her, a zombie apocalypse is caused and her mother Rika is crowned the zombie queen. Kika is later picked up, turned into a cyborg killing machine, and loosed on the world. Teaming up with an unlikely band of heroes, she is sent north of the zombie border to track down a missing person and take down the zombie queen. So much fun stuff happens along the way, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. Now we're going to enter spoiler territory, so this is your last warning. The movie opens with this scene that doesn't really chronologically fit anywhere in the story, but gets you ready for what to expect with one particular character inconsistency. We see a headhunter rounding up zombie horns when a special type zombie startles him off the wall. He's clambering up and away from a zombie horde while it's forming a tower under him when a cool flipping truck smashes the tower. Kika begins kicking ass with her chainsaw sword and begins pole dancing on the spine type zombie. This sets the stage for the zombie border wall, the illegal horn hunting, special types, silliness, and badass characters. The inconsistency is the pole dancing. While the leading ladies are attractive, I wouldn't say they demonstrate any sexy character traits. Rather, they come off as cold and cool. Then we start at the beginning when Kika comes home to find her mother and uncle, Rika and Yasushi, played by Eiji Shina and Kentaro Kishi, cannibalizing her father. Kentaro Kishi has been in a few other similar films, but he really kills it in this one. The house is set aflame, but before Kika flees, she jabs her uncle in the forehead with a heated swastika-shaped bar, which suits his offensive character and red armband perfectly. The police are powerless, and Kika fails to escape. Rika is then struck by something from space and steals Kika's heart to replace her own, looking cool as hell covered in blood. Both women are cocooned in alien crystal, but Rika has an alien parasite from space. She sprouts the horn and spews the ash cloud. Does the horn represent the melon stand they live near, the ash Kika's burned father? And is the result zombies because the host is a cannibal? Or am I overthinking the whole thing? Probably that. We then learn about the outbreak, its effects on society, how to kill the zombies, and the explosive narcotic that's harvested from the horns. There's a political debate about whether the zombies are monsters or people who still have rights. Personally, I don't like politics at all, but this pays off later. Kika, safe from the ash preserved in the cocoon, is illegally experimented on and discarded as an anti-zombie cyborg test. They refer to her as an android in the subs, but cyborg is technically more accurate. And at some point there seems to be a Blade Runner reference that I only spotted because we watched that movie for the podcast during the production time of this video. Here we meet Taku and No Name, horn hunters, getting caught by a wall guard and ambushed by zombies. Kika recovers, stops the guard. Dang, she looks gorgeous in this shot. Uses some sentient arms wielding chainsaws to pull off a fun and clever kill, and the three escape together and deliver the horns to Ando, a dealer played by Tomomi Miyashita, who I've only seen in one of her other 26 acting roles. While the political debate still rages on, Kika dreams of the time her mother and uncle ate her birthday pudding and is woke up by pains in her artificial heart because her mother, now the zombie queen, has awakened. Still beautiful if you ask me. A drug deal gets heated just before our heroes, the dealer, and her right hand get arrested. Meanwhile, the leader standing up for zombie rights has their speech sabotaged. The guards won't shoot the zombies due to his policy about their rights. They are attacking him, but I still appreciate the irony. We finally get a late title card, which separates the movie into two parts, south of the wall and north of the wall. A number of convicts, including our heroes, are given the choice to hunt down the zombie queen for their freedom or face fair trial. Everyone except the heroes chooses fair trial and are executed immediately. Their van is attacked by heads dropping from the sky. A special type is using a giant sword to bombard them with zombie heads, and the two dealers are killed before they have much opportunity to do anything. This special type also has a short film in the special features. Although we're quickly down two heroes, a cowboy dude named Kaito shows up and saves the day. He's almost too cool to look at the explosion he's caused, but then does so and they get the hell out of there. They sneak into a zombie bar, where Kika's uncle and a number of other special types hang out to rescue No Name's sister. There's a scene that gets a little rapey, which is something I strongly dislike, especially because breasts are God's gift to humankind, but the molestation is kept above the waist and the blood geysers make it a bit absurd, so it's not quite graphic enough to be truly discomforting, and it definitely makes the villain that much more villainous. This is when the movie really takes off running for the remainder of its length. They crash the party, slash up a bunch of zombies, and eventually everyone is facing off against different special types. The spider type going nuts with swords, slapping Kika repeatedly in the face with baby arms, and then wielding a bunch of rifles is a particularly fun bit. And shots of the truck rearing up on its back wheels like an animal to battle the sword type always makes me laugh. All the battles eventually converge on the same spot, and they're all taken out together. Their attempted escape from the bar is a lot of fun too. While they're running down zombies, Yasushi is collecting the dismembered parts while pursuing them and builds a functioning vehicle out of them. Some seriously tense moments happen while the geisha type catches up and tries to halt their escape. A lot of incredibly fun and stupid vehicle-based conflict occurs, resulting in a fun sword fight on the corpse car and the anti-zombie truck while they rocket towards a cliff. Taku heroically sacrifices himself, but we see a head and spine fly out of the explosion. No Name's sister, Maya, doesn't make it, and we take a moment to mourn the characters we lost. We head back south of the wall for a moment to see a fun Nishimura cameo, and to start a new subplot about the latest batch of anti-zombie cyborgs, which include a brother and sister. The sister is played by Asmi Sugiura, who appears in a lot of these types of movies, including some mentioned in this video like Machine Girl and Mutant Girl Squad. Also some adult gravure stuff, but I swear I was only looking it up for research. They encounter the queen atop of massive zombies forming a kaiju. Missiles are launched to destroy her, but it only results in turning the kaiju into a giant plane. It takes off and the dreaded uncle manages to hitch a ride. He forms a Cerberus-type zombie and the resulting battle drops zombies onto the civilians below once they cross the border. The brother and sister subplot is pretty much just a cyborg on zombie war as they rush the border in pursuit of the queen. An encounter with the half-type special zombie, which also has a short film, results in the new leader resembling a zombie and shot down without hesitation. If only he was on the side of zombies having rights, this may not have happened. After becoming exhausted, Yasushi has to break up with his new friends and is finally defeated. The battle with her mother is a brutal and exciting punch fight. After demanding all the things Rika stole from her, including the pudding, she retrieves her heart and sends her evil mother's head flying. The plane collapses, the zombies cease functioning, and Kika is rescued. Everything turns out okay, but Rika's head is blasted into space, where it becomes the next alien meteor. Of course, so much smaller stuff and side stories happen in between, and just skimming over all the spectacles don't do it enough justice. This is a 2-hour movie summed up in just a few minutes after all. There's so many details in regard to the effects on society, little subplots, and ton of fun action and gore. So that's my beloved Helldriver. But what do the other guys on the podcast think of it? Chris?
I thought it was just okay.
Okay. How about Rob?
It was unwatchable garbage.
Shut up, Rob. Clearly, these movies aren't exactly for everyone, but they're definitely for me. And if you made it this far, they're probably for you too. I hope you enjoyed this video and this movie, or are now looking forward to enjoying it. For a reminder of the other movies I mentioned in this video, in case you're interested, they were Helldriver, obviously, Meatball Machine Kodoku, Mutant Girl Squad, Vampire Girl vs. Frankenstein Girl, Tokyo Gore Police, and of course, Audition. But, might I also recommend Machine Girl, Psycho Gothic Lolita, Samurai Princess, and one other movie that I might do a video like this of in the future called House. And if you want to hear more talk about all sorts of other movies, check out the Unpopped Kernel show on YouTube, where every week we talk about a lot of stupid stuff and sometimes the movies the episode is supposed to be about. Because this is my gaming channel, I will most likely post future episodes of A Special Place in My Heart, if I feel like doing more, on the Unpopped Kernels channel, so I hope you'll check it out. Thanks again for watching.